Mark. So I want to share a tip with you. One of the most important things that you can do besides teaching your dog how to be in the blind manners, and what that means is being calm, hanging out until they're told to go, is what we call steadiness. And the reason we do this is, let's say we're in a blind, we've got other people with us, just lots of people in the blind, we're shooting, there's a lot of chaos. As the dog person, it's up to you to, one, communicate to your fellow people in the blind, and it's up to you to also to communicate with your dog. And so understanding is crucial here. And your dog needs to understand its place, meaning it doesn't go until you tell it to go. And the reason that is after all the shooting's done, me personally, I like to try to find out where all the birds are, since I'm normally the dog guy. Or if there's two people in the blind that are dog guys, then we gotta communicate back and forth so that we can make sure that we're not running all over each other, and that it's a just beautiful scene of efficiency so that we get the birds back as quickly as possible. And so to do that, I love to do what I call delayed retrieves. But before I show you a delayed retrieve, let me show you a short clip just to give you a real world example out of one of our hunts from last year so you can see what that looks like in the real world.
Here comes the woodies. Y'all fellas, get ready. Woodies are pouring in like you've never seen it. Here we go. Kill him.
Nice, right there. Nice. I'll send my dog. Eve. Here, Woody Drake. Eve, here. Good girl. Dad.
So that's an example of what it looks like in the real world. And now let me show you a delayed retrieve, or what we call delayed marked retrieve. The whole time you and I have been talking here, you've been hanging out with me here, this dog has been sitting here from where we threw the bumper to begin with. That is called a delayed marked retrieve. She is waiting. You know, you're not just throwing the dummy and then sending your dog immediately. The dog is waiting for your command. My dog here, I'm not gonna say her name because she will go, is waiting for my command. So let me go ahead and say her name, and that is what a delayed retrieve is. Just count it off. And let me tell you this before I send her, you can build your way up to this. You don't have to have your dog sit here forever. What I like to do when I'm first starting delayed retrieves is I'll count 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, in my head, not out loud, and then I'll send the dog. Then I'll work my way up to 10 seconds, and then so on. Now, once you do that a lot, you can work your way up to as long as it takes. That gives you time to communicate to your fellow people in the blind. Violet. Dead. Good dog, good dog. And that is a delayed marked retrieve, and that is how you can start working on steadiness so that your dog is under control in the blind this season.